On June 23rd, 2010, I wrote in my blog titled Nuclear Supremacy for India over US. This is what I wrote. Indians need to realize the determining role of force even in economic relations. When insects such as Pranab Mukherjee talk of closer economic relations between India and the United States, they mean making Indians into slave labor for the American consumer, as the Chinese have become, so that the Americans no longer produce things. The Chinese toil to produce things for them to consume, and all that the Americans have to do is keep the whip over the Chinese and get the cooperation of China's ruling class by giving employment to their family members in the United States, as they do to Indians. This master-slave relationship can be reversed or ended by bringing superior force to bear against the United States. Only I can provide such superior force to India and make India master rather than slave of the United States, exercising the power of life and death over the Americans and exterminate them to put an end to this scourge. India must get rid of 90% of its conventional forces and replace them with nuclear forces. Conventional forces are worthless for destroying the United States. Taking care of the enemy, United States, will take care of all other enemies. It is not just the production of consumer goods that the United States has transferred to slaves abroad. It is doing so for its fighting and invading also, as it is on the way to doing with India. It is not just that all insurgencies and terrorism in India is CIA sponsored. So is the sea piracy around Somalia, etc., which has been used to draw the Indian Navy into serving under the United States. And these buggers are only too happy to resume the role they used to play for the British in Mesopotamia and elsewhere in World Wars I and II, etc. The simultaneous nuclear destruction of New Delhi, Washington, and New York will enable India to replace 90% of its conventional forces with nuclear forces, as it must do.